ever walked into a beautifully decorated room and felt like something was missing? It looks fine, but it doesn't feel like you. It lacks that soul, that magnetic pull that makes you want to sink in and stay a while. That, my friends, is the difference between furnishing a space and truly crafting an experience. Today, we're moving beyond basic decorating and unlocking the professional designer's secret to a home that tells your unique story. But before we dive deep into this transformative layering trick, if you're passionate about creating a home that inspires you every single day, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our pro design insights. So, what exactly is that missing feeling? It's often a room that speaks in a monotone. Everything is one note: flat walls, a single light source glaring from the ceiling, furniture pushed against the walls like a waiting room. This approach creates a void, an emptiness that no amount of shopping can fix because it's not about the quantity of items, but the quality of their conversation. The space feels static, like a photograph, instead of a dynamic, living environment that invites interaction and comfort. We're not just fixing a room, we're curing a feeling of disconnect. The cure is intentional, thoughtful layering. This isn't about cluttering surfaces or adding more throw pillows. Layering is the art of combining different elements, texture, pattern, light, and form, to create visual weight, depth, and a rich narrative. Think of it like a beautiful novel. A flat room is a single sentence. A layered room is a full chapter, with plot twists, compelling characters, and a setting you can truly lose yourself in. It's about building a world within your four walls, one deliberate, beautiful stratum at a time. Every masterpiece needs a pristine canvas, and in design, that's your foundational layer. This is your large, quiet elements, your wall color, your flooring, your primary upholstery like the sofa and armchairs. These pieces should be predominantly neutral and timeless. Think warm beiges, soft grays, earthy taupes, or creamy whites. They provide the calm, stable base upon which we'll build our drama. This layer isn't meant to shout, it's the steady bass note that allows the melody of the other layers to sing without creating visual chaos or competition. Now, we look at the architectural layer. This is about enhancing the fixed elements you already have. Do you have baseboards? Crown molding? Window casings? Don't ignore them. A fresh coat of paint in a contrasting semi-gloss can make them pop. Consider adding texture with wainscoting or a statement wall of reclaimed wood or fluted panels. Even something as simple as changing out basic blinds for a Roman shade with a subtle texture adds depth. This layer connects your decor to the very structure of your home, making it feel intentional and permanently polished. This is where we break free from the walls are magnets trap. Pull your furniture away from the walls to create intimate conversation areas. Float your sofa in the room, anchor it with a rug, and place chairs opposite to foster connection. This act alone adds a huge layer of spatial dimension. Think of your furniture not as isolated islands, but as an archipelago connected by the flow of traffic and sight lines. This layer defines the purpose of the space and how people will move through and interact within it, making it feel lived in and welcoming. We often forget the two largest surfaces in a room, the floor and the ceiling. A large area rug is non-negotiable. It defines a zone, adds color, and, most importantly, introduces crucial texture, a plush wool, a flat weave jute, a soft vintage wash. Then, look up. Your ceiling shouldn't be a forgotten white plane. Consider a statement light fixture as sculptural art, add beams, or even painted a slightly different tone than the walls. This top and bottom strategy visually expands the room, boxing in your beautifully layered scene with intention. Texture is the secret weapon of layering. It's what makes a room feel touchable and inviting, even if you never physically touch a thing. This is where you play with contrasts. Pair the smooth, cool surface of a marble coffee table with the nubby, warm weave of a chunky knit throw. Drape soft velvet pillows over a sleek leather chair. Add a rough, natural seagrass basket next to a glossy ceramic vase. This interplay of matte and gloss, rough and smooth, hard and soft is what creates immense visual interest and a sense of cozy, collected comfort. Lighting is the emotional engine of a room. A single overhead light is harsh and flattens everything. Instead, we layer light. Your overhead fixture is just one source. Add task lighting, a sleek arc floor lamp for reading. Add ambient lighting, a pair of table lamps on a console to create a warm glow. Then, add accent lighting, picture lights on art, or small, intimate candles. Having light sources at different levels, high, mid, low, creates a beautiful, dynamic shadow play that makes the room feel alive, cozy, and dramatically dimensional at any hour. This is the most important layer, you. A room without personal items is a hotel room. This is where you display the artifacts of your life. Family photos in interesting frames, a souvenir from a memorable trip, a piece of art that speaks to your soul, a stack of your favorite books. These items shouldn't be perfect or matchy, they should tell your story. A vintage camera, a ceramic piece you made, a found feather, these are the layers that inject genuine soul and make your home uniquely and undeniably yours. Never underestimate the power of life itself. Incorporating organic elements is like giving your room a soul. A tall, graceful fiddle-leaf fig in a corner, a trailing pot hose on a bookshelf, a simple vase of fresh eucalyptus in the bathroom. Plants add a vibrant, living texture that man-made items simply cannot replicate. They purify the air, they move gently, they change with the light, and they introduce beautiful, irregular shapes that break up the hard lines of furniture, softening the entire space and connecting it to the natural world outside. are a decorator's best friend for a reason. They are the ultimate layering tool. A well-placed mirror doesn't just reflect you, it reflects the entire room, effectively doubling the visual interest and amplifying light. Hang a mirror opposite a window to capture the view and bounce natural light deep into the space. Use a collection of smaller, vintage mirrors to create a gallery wall that adds sparkle and dimension. The reflective surface acts as a window into another part of your room, adding a fascinating, almost magical depth. Don't just place objects randomly. Create intentional vignettes, small, curated collections on surfaces like coffee tables, shelves, and consoles. The key is odd numbers, varying heights, and a mix of textures. For example, a stack of 3 books, a small sculpture on top, and a petite potted plant beside it. Or a tray holding a candle, a small bowl, and a folded textile. Each vignette is a mini narrative, a collected moment that adds a punch of personality and designed intention, proving the devil, and the divinity, is in the details. Windows need layers, too. Bare windows can feel cold and unfinished. Start with a functional layer like a sheer linen Roman shade for privacy and soft light diffusion. Then, add the drama, full-length drapery panels in a complementary fabric. Hang the rod high and wide to make the window appear larger and more grand. When open, the fabric frames your view. When closed, it adds immense softness, color, and a luxurious, flowing texture that makes the entire room feel more polished, complete, and intentionally designed. Every well-layered room has one element that is slightly unexpected, a piece that makes you look twice and sparks curiosity. This is your oddball layer. It could be a piece of art that's slightly quirky, a vintage chair reupholstered in a bold, modern fabric, or an antique scientific instrument used as a bookend. This piece breaks any potential for predictability, adding an edge of eccentricity and intellectual intrigue. It tells your guests that this is a home of thought, creativity, and isn't afraid to break a few rules. This layer is an extension of texture, but it's so crucial it deserves its own spotlight. These are the textiles that literally invite touch and use. An impossibly soft, oversized throw blanket casually draped over the arm of your sofa. A pile of luxurious velvet and faux fur pillows you can sink into. A beautiful, hand-woven runner on your dining table. These elements signal comfort, warmth, and livability. They assure you and your guests that this is a place not just to be seen, but to truly relax, feel, and be at ease. A room filled with only brand new items can feel sterile, like a showroom. The layer of patina introduces a sense of history, authenticity, and warmth. This is the worn leather of an old armchair, the slight tarnish on a brass candlestick, the faded hues of a vintage Quilin rug, the chips and cracks in a terracotta pot. These imperfections tell a story of a life lived. They add a soulful, grounded energy that new mass-produced items cannot replicate, making your space feel established, wise, and deeply comforting. layering isn't just visual, it's sensory. The scent of your home is a powerful, invisible layer that directly impacts mood and memory. Move beyond harsh artificial air fresheners. Curate your home's scent with intention. A high-quality soy candle with notes of sandalwood and amber for the evening, a diffuser with uplifting citrus and rosemary during the day, or simply a bundle of dried lavender in a hallway. This subtle, layered scentscape welcomes you and your guests with an invisible hug, making the experience of your home complete and truly immersive. The most common fear with layering is that it will lead to clutter. The key difference is curation. Clutter is accidental accumulation, layering is intentional editing. After you've placed everything, take a step back. Edit ruthlessly. If an item isn't adding to the story, if it's only adding visual noise, remove it. A well-layered room should feel rich and collected, not crowded and chaotic. It breathes. It has negative space. This final, careful edit is what separates a professional-looking result from a haphazard one. With so many layers, how do you ensure it all works together and doesn't feel like a flea market? You need a cohesive thread. This is your color palette. Choose 3 to 5 core colors and sprinkle them throughout each layer. That navy from the artwork? Echo it in a throw pillow and the ceramic glaze of a vase. That warm terracotta from the rug? Find it again in a book spine and the hue of a dried floral arrangement. This color repetition creates a rhythmic visual harmony that ties the entire, multi-layered story together seamlessly. Remember, your home is not a museum, it's a living, breathing entity. Your layers should be adaptable. A beautiful tray can corral remotes and journals by day and be cleared for serving drinks by night. Ottoman stools can be extra seating or a coffee table. Your layers should serve you, not the other way around. This philosophy ensures your space is not only beautiful but also functional, flexible, and truly responsive to the rhythm of your daily life, making it a joy to inhabit. While these are professional guidelines, they are not unbreakable laws. The ultimate goal is to create a home that feels authentically you. If you love a certain color, use it. If you're drawn to a particular style, embrace it. Layering is a framework, not a straitjacket. Your confidence in your choices is the final, invisible layer that makes a house a home. Trust your instincts. Mix that modern lamp with your grandmother's antique table. The most inspiring spaces are those that reflect a confident, unique point of view. Now, I want you to stand in your own living room. Look at it not for what it is, but for what it could be. See the potential for texture on that blank wall, for layered light in that dark corner, for a personal vignette on that empty table. This mental shift is the first and most powerful step. You are no longer just a resident, you are the designer, the curator, the storyteller of your own space. Embrace that role with excitement and vision. Don't feel overwhelmed. Transformation starts with one small action. I challenge you to this. In the next 15 minutes, add just one new layer. Drape a throw blanket. Style a tray with 3 objects from around your house. Group your candles together on a mirrored tray. Light them. Move a lamp from one room to another. This small act will instantly show you the power of intentional placement. You'll see a micro shift, and that spark will fuel your passion to keep going, one beautiful layer at a time. And there you have it. You've moved from a flat, furnished space to a multidimensional, soulful sanctuary. You haven't just decorated, you've woven a tapestry of light, texture, memory, and life. You've built a home that doesn't just look good in photos, it feels incredible to live in. It tells your story and welcomes you with open arms at the end of every day. If this guide inspired you, if you're excited to start layering, pay it forward. Let me know your biggest takeaway in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe for more ways to transform your space from boring to breathtaking. Now go forth and layer your world.